Coronavirus continues to expand in the U.S. Millions of Americans and small business owners are left in the path facing nothing but major financial despair. But one school sees it differently. Georgetown University Law School is suing the U.S. government for not providing COVID-19 aid to illegal immigrant families. According to the complaint, individual relief payments made under the CARES Act are only available to those who pay taxes using a Social Security number. For more on this, we want to bring in Eduardo Neret, digital reporter at Campus Reform, to discuss. Eduardo, thanks for being with us this morning. Tell us a little more about this lawsuit. What does Georgetown really want to accomplish here?
Right. So Georgetown University Law School is saying that illegal immigrants should have received coronavirus stimulus money. So they have filed a lawsuit. And I want to point out that Georgetown University Law School is one of the top law schools in the country. They're responsible for teaching our next generation of lawyers. And so I think the fact that they would do this and say, hey, we want to reward those who have broken our immigration laws. We want to use taxpayer money to help them, especially during a time when, as you said, millions of Americans are struggling. I think it's a disgrace. I think it sends the wrong message to their own law students who are supposed to go out into the world and respect the rule of law. And I think it sends the wrong message to the rest of the country, too, who is struggling to get by. They're struggling to look for assistance of their own. It's just mind-boggling that a higher education institution would do this.
What about the millions of Americans right now who are struggling, who are unemployed, who are trying to decide whether or not they will be able to reopen their businesses when they are even allowed to do so, who might be needing some legal help along the way? What kind of message does it send to them?
Absolutely. You would think that some of these law schools could use their resources to help these Americans across the country. And I'd like to be able to say, look, this is a one-off. This is only one school that has gone out of their way to help illegal immigrants. But that's not true, unfortunately. So at the Leadership Institute's Campus Reform, we've covered for a number of years now higher education institutions going out of their way to help and prioritize illegal immigrant students over American citizen students. So, for example, schools like Gonzaga University, the University of Minnesota, they, for example, have set up scholarship funds for illegal immigrants on campus. And I think the mentality is the same. You look at that situation and you say, well, wait a sec. Aren't there millions of Americans across the country who struggle to pay for school? Don't you think these institutions could help them first before helping, an illegal immigrant student who broke our laws? So these universities have been doing it for some time, and unfortunately, they're doing it now with the coronavirus.
Yeah, it seems like an unfortunate time to kind of make a statement. And you wonder if that could be aimed at someone here. Is this an agenda that the university might have? Are they trying to push some sort of message here?
I think they are. They're trying to push the message that illegal immigration is okay, that laws that maybe an individual doesn't like or a group of people don't like can be disrespected. And I think it sends a dangerous message for the future of our country. So when you look at someone like Gavin Newsom, for example, the governor of California, who has announced that $75 million will be going to illegal immigrants in the state who do not qualify for unemployment insurance, that is a product of what all of our institutions are doing. So when you think about the future leaders of the country, these law students who are going to go out into the real world, if we only continue to allow this, you're going to see more Gavin Newsoms out there. You're going to see more institutions out there come out and say it's okay that illegal immigrants broke our law, and we would want to reward them with taxpayer money. So unless a stop is put to this, unless people raise the alarm on the amount of taxpayer dollars that is going to foreigners and non-citizens of this country, I think you're only going to see it continue.
Yeah, we know a lot of these universities received funding from coronavirus relief. So it is interesting to see how they could be using that funding as well. Eduardo Neret, digital reporter at Campus Reform, we appreciate your reporting. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.